wide shot. Oh, I love that. Don't forget to hydrate, guys. Eat your fruit. Drink your water. I don't know what we're gonna be creating today, but I just had an idea to come on here. I was just watching a really inspirational movie. I think I'm actually gonna make a video about it. Oh, crap. I don't even know if you heard any of that. So I have my mic actually hooked up to the phone. So hopefully I can get... Welcome in. I don't know if you can hear the best. Yeah, literally. I was gonna sleep too. And I was watching this movie with Matthew Perry called The Ron Clark Story. And it was really good. It's where he's a teacher in Harlem, teaching these kids. And apparently it's based off a true story. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, it was just 11:11 actually right before I was gonna film. I don't know what art I'm gonna do, so we'll all figure that out together. But yeah, I was like just talking about how awesome it is that YouTube has all these free movies finally, and they're actually good movies. I was gonna do that actually. Actually, I have a board on Pinterest of all my art, and there's a one of mountains and forests. I gotta find it. Oh wait, where do I get? Oh, there. Yeah, so I've just been watching a lot of movies on YouTube. Like every night, my family and I will watch like one YouTube movie. Oh, it's not. The original Godzilla, like the one from the 80s. I watched, oh my god. I wonder how I could show this. Oh, well that sucks. This is a bear with mountains. And what's funny is that it's textured and I'm doing like a textured gouache. Oh wow. From the 50s. Yeah, that's basically what I want to do, is watch the old Godzilla. I like the new one. And I want to watch the old King Kong. I don't think, I've only seen the one, it's crazy. Well, it's stupid because I've only seen the one with Godzilla and King Kong, the new one, but oh well. Yeah, I want to watch the original King Kong and Godzilla. I kind of like the new one. It was pretty good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this bear. But yeah, I've just been watching like comedies, honestly. Confusing, yeah. That's funny. 1993, that's when my parents got married. I have not seen any old, like I've seen a lot of old movies, and almost every old movie I've seen is either a comedy or an inspirational true life story. Cause like I've watched them growing up with my dad. So honestly, like Godzilla and King Kong and all that, I haven't seen any of those. And like I want to go back and watch, like I'm getting into like Marvel and stuff, but I want to watch like the old like comics where they all started, like the old shows that used to play in the 90s. And like I was watching the old Batman that was on YouTube. The movie, it was like, I don't know, him and Robin. I don't even know what the movie was. It was some movie, like an ice movie. That sounds so stupid. Now my keyboard's messed up. I don't know what it was, but it's not typing up, whatever. Yeah, I want them to add more like classic movies onto the YouTube free channel. It sucks because I wish it would notify. like when I get a chat, because I don't want to have to keep looking up.
Without the ones like you working tirelessly to keep things running, everything.
So I've been doing these lo-fi, copyright-free lo-fi thingies in the background, but the other day it took some of my music out. So I don't know why it's copyright. Maybe it's the ads, but it literally says no copyright, and then I went back and it said that some of my stream was muted because of the music. I actually was originally not gonna sketch it out. I was like, I just really want to paint right now. But if I'm gonna do like an animal, and I know I'm gonna cover this anyway, so oh, you can't even see it. It looks so bad. Oh my god, it was 555 on the timer. Yeah, this looks so bad. I guess I should actually. He's gonna be the biggest bear. Oh my god, he looks like he's wearing sunglasses. Alright, I'm just gonna start this one. Alright, I think the paint's gonna make it look better. A lot better, actually. But yeah, it was basically this movie, and it was these kids that like were the worst in the school, and then Matthew Perry was the teacher. But it was based off this story, and this guy, I guess, went viral last year. But the movie was made in 2006, so his story like went viral, that he would like teach these kids a different way. And they all went to college and they were interested in learning when before they didn't even show up to class and stuff. And they like didn't want to listen to him because he was like just some white guy. And then he ended up opening a school in real life called the Ron Clark Academy. And like all these kids in Atlanta, Georgia were failing, and like no one in their family had been to college. But because of him inspiring them, like everyone at this school now graduates. And I was like, that is so cool. And there's this other movie with Keanu Reeves where he actually is like in all this debt. I forget what it's called. And it's like the same story, but he's teaching baseball instead of school. Except he doesn't really want to teach the kids at all. But in this movie, the guy like was a teacher and wanted to teach. But I just love Matthew Perry. Like it sucks that he's gone for no reason. But I haven't seen like any of his movies actually, like ever. So I've been trying to watch all the movies I haven't seen of him. Okay, I want to make it so that you could actually see the art. Do not look at it right now. I mean, I'm gonna try to hide it. It's gonna look so much better with paint. I did a rough sketch because I just want to like start painting. But if there's any like inspirational or like comedies, feel good movies, oh shit, I don't like watching anything like depressing because that like really affects you. But yeah, if there's any movie recommendations, especially if they're on YouTube, because I don't pay for any platforms, so I will watch them. This is like the first time in months that I'm actually watching movies again. I grew up watching movies like all the time. We'd watch like a movie every single night, and then I just stopped for a while because I was like, I'm just watching movies, I'm not doing anything, and then I started doing things, and now I realize that like when I watch movies, I get really inspired for things, so it's like actually important. I don't know, I don't have any dark brown. Yes. Yeah. I'm gonna post a photo of the art. Have a good night. I need like a dark brown. Okay, oh, welcome in people. So for those of you who don't know, I'm doing this piece of art or something like it. And we're gonna be using this textured gouache paint. I wish you could see me. I don't want it to just be the book, but you can't really see me, so sorry. We're gonna go in with like a dark. All of these are coming out metallic. Oh my god, that is so pretty. I wish you could see how pretty that is. This color is so pretty. But I'm looking for a dark brown. And I definitely don't want to mix it with black. Although I did see this video the other day. It said that if you add black into certain parts of the painting, but you don't like mix it in, apparently it like is this secret texture that every good painting has. But I do not know. I need to get back into painting and practice. I've never taken any classes, so that's the thing, is that like it takes me so long to get back into it, and then when I'm finally good at it, I take a break because I don't like professionally learn. So it's fun because I don't have to like learn, but like that's why I'm not that good, because you do need to practice. But that's the same with music theory. I want to get better at it. And when I was learning music theory, I was actually grasping it. Like I learned myself like on YouTube when I was a lot younger, and it was really difficult. I did not know what was going on. Oh, that's a dark brown. Okay, yeah, so it's like a dark brown. But then we had a friend that lived with us, and he actually was a drummer for one of these famous bands in the 80s and 90s, and he went to the school of Berkeley. He was a huge Grateful Dead fan. I was gonna say a Grateful Dead head. He was a Deadhead, and he was a really good drummer. And he taught me some things on the drums because I was like, I want to be a drummer. But it did not click with me. Guitar like clicked with me more because I wanted to write songs, and I've always been a writer since I was really young. And he taught me music theory. The first time he taught me, it was so easy. Like everything made sense. But then he only gave me 2 lessons. So I don't know if it's the way he learned it at the School of Berkeley in Boston, or if it was just his love of music or his skill, I don't know, but he made it so easy. So I'm confident that if I wanted to learn music theory, like for real, and get really good at it, because I do think it would help my songwriting, my melody writing, and I want to write tabs and composition. So with all that, it's like you kind of have to know music theory. Also, let me know if like the music is too quiet. But yeah. I mean, I've always just like I'll take a picture myself, and then I'll just go home and paint it. So I'm like, why do I need to learn anything? Because I just go off of like what I see and I just copy it. But that's not the best, because I could copy anything, but I can't I haven't really been good at making my own art, like, from my mind. And I do make art from my mind, but then it, like, it's fun, but it doesn't look good. So this is like a better way for me, where I see a picture and I can recreate it. But what I really want to get good at is like wildlife painting. So I want to do like foxes and deers. I've wanted to do that for like 5 years. And every time I just chicken out and go with like the safe route, which is like trees and forests. But I really do want to get good at it. So his face is like, he's like looking the other way. I don't want to put black here and then mess it up. Yeah, this is cool because like I used to never use this type of paint. I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's like gouache. And it gives it a texture. So I kind of got bored with acrylics because it just, I mean, it's not really that fun. And it didn't really look good. But I love oil painting, but with oil painting, you have to have a lot. You have to have paint thinner to clean the paintbrushes after. You have to dispose of the oil a proper way. You have to make sure it doesn't get everywhere. Oil paint is really messy, but it's really fun and it's really worth it. But like, unless I was selling my paintings and it was like really helping me or pay my bills, then I could afford it because it is more expensive. And then I could make bigger paintings. Canvases are really expensive too. That's why most artists start out with small art, because of the canvas. Like, canvases are like $300. So that's kind of why I don't paint that much. Like, it's a passion, but it's not like my number one passion. But if I get good at it, then it makes me want to do it more. So yeah, just like, that's kind of why I'm on here a lot, is to inspire you guys. Like, hey, if I can do this, and I have like no money, and I used to have like no free time because I'm always working, but I make time because it's important to me. So if something's important to you, you're gonna make time. So like, don't make excuses why you can't do something you love. Because like, especially with AI right now, they're literally trying to replace like musicians, artists, people who do crafts, like actual craft, like any electrician, or, you know, people that do things for fun, like building things, and like engineers. They want to replace them with AI. It's like, yeah, I guess for some things, you know, where people don't want to work jobs, they should replace those people. But like, engineers love to build, and like, people who are like hardwiring technology, that's their passion. So if we all just stop creating and stop building and stop learning science and math, then like, they're just gonna replace us. And it's not like a fear thing, but it's like, let's use the skills that God gave us to do something bigger than ourselves. Because if we are the last generation and we just stop creating, like, what life is our kids gonna live in? What world? Where we're just zoned out, like literally scrolling through social media, looking at other people's lives. I don't understand it. Well, I don't understand how people can just sit by and let that happen. So the thing we can do right now is just to create and inspire people to create. And YouTube is free. It's free to post, which is honestly awesome. And you can just come on, and hopefully people actually feel inspired to do it for themselves. Because like, that's the cool thing. Like, yeah, a lot of society sucks and life may seem dreary, but at least we do have free will and we can choose to do things. And people say they don't have time, but they do have time, because if you're like not working all day long, then yeah, you have time. We just replace it with things that are not important, like things that really don't matter. And then we zone out, and then we're like, oh my god, where'd 3 hours go? That's them stealing our time, literally, because we say we're choosing to do it, we're giving them our time, we're like on social media, or you know, we're distracted or watching a series that like doesn't even matter. We're choosing to do that, but they've literally programmed us since we were kids to just zone out and not use our mind and not think. So if that's the case, then yeah, they're literally doing it without our free will. But you have to snap yourself out of it and realize that you're not going to be here forever. And the best thing you can do is create. This is actually like, okay, it does look like a blob. Okay, I'm seeing that now. But in real life, it's looking like something. And I promise you, it's looking good. I'm gonna need to add some whites and highlights in. But yeah, I think the purpose of life isn't really that deep. It's just to create and be alive. And like every religion, even spirituality, believes that we're supposed to, well, if you believe in religion, then you believe in God. And if you're spiritual, you believe in God. And they all believe the same thing, which is like, be a teacher of God, or like spread the word or whatever. But in spirituality, it's just love. Like, just teach people love. Just live in love, choose love, share love. And the way that you do that is by creating in love. like love is in everything you do. It's every decision you make to be a good person or to waste your time. And it's like, there's literally people out there that need what you can do, need your passion. But most of us are just wasting it. And it's not literally about performing, it's about like actually using your gift that you were given, which is life. Using your freedom, your free will, before they take it away. It's like, if you lost your legs today, you would be so happy to walk tomorrow. But you don't even appreciate your legs today. Or most of us don't, we just sit around. It's like, if they took away our ability to choose a life and choose to do things and choose to travel, if like during the lockdown in 2020, they took most of our ability to travel outside of the country. And what happened? Everyone wanted to travel right after that. But now look at everybody. They're still going right back to their jobs, not traveling, not exploring. And when they wanted to take TikTok down, now everybody's obsessed with TikTok. Or everyone was obsessed, and then like nobody cared. It's like, we care when things are being taken away from us. Why don't we fight for them while they're in our lives, while we have them? Why do we wait till they're gone to care? It's like that song. You'll miss the sun when it starts to snow. But it's so true. If people could just realize what they had right in front of them before it's gone, then we would probably create more. That's why I create, because I know one day I'm not going to be here. So I might as well enjoy the time I have, because it is really short, honestly. And we're not going to realize that until we're actually gone. Yeah, so I'm going to go in with all the darker colors and shades, the shadows, and then I'm going to add the lights over top of it. Okay, this is actually looking good from my angle. That's what we got so far. Great. I just destroyed everything. Okay, oh wow, there's like a sunset. I want to do that. Oh, this is my board. Oh wait, no, it's not. I'll be on a board on Pinterest, and then I'll say, oh wow, these images are so cool, and then I'll realize, oh, I already saved those. That's my board. I guess I like my own taste. But yeah, I want to do some deers. I just saw a bunny rabbit that I definitely want to do. It's not really that textured. My other painting that I did in my other live was more textured. That was the first time I've ever used this type of paint. So I think I'm gonna have to do a second coat. But it's like, you don't have to create, but like you get to create. Like it's literally a gift. And it's more fun than what people spend their time doing these days, I think. But we've literally been programmed to not want to create. We think that like something where we're not using our mind is more enjoyable. Like people just want to shut their brain off. I don't know why, but like once you eliminate yourself from that, then you are like, I don't know. Like you can't really understand why people just give up their entire day. Like your entire day goes by and what did they do? Like you don't have to do anything, but it's like you get to do things. You get to live life. You get to go and explore and adventure across this planet. Because one day you're gonna be gone. So why not just take the time now? It's like we're so consumed with like fear of like, oh my God, you know, what's gonna happen if we just actually chose fun and relaxed? And it's like we have bills to pay, and that's like the whole point, is that they want us distracted with our bills, working so hard that we're like, oh, we don't even have time. But we do. Like all the hours we spend, that people spend scrolling, they could be planning their next trip. They could be planning to do something for themselves. They could be planning a project just for fun, just literally because they want to. But instead, we're working so hard that we distract ourselves because we don't want to think about work, and we don't want to think about anything else when we get off work. So we're literally giving them our entire day at work, and then we're giving them our entire day when we're off, our entire day off. We're giving them everything, and they're not even taking it. It's like free will. We're literally like, oh yeah, here, take this. Sure, I could like make 1,000,000 times more per hour. I could make like 100 times more per year. But you know, I'm just gonna make the bare minimum because we're so exhausted that we don't want to have to think about a project that could make us money. Like art can make us money, and business ideas that would be fun could make us money. And if you don't like it, you just go to the next one. You didn't like that business, go to the next idea. Like, we're all accepting the idea that we could just like quit a job if we don't like a job. But somehow we're like so afraid that if we start a business and we don't like it, like then what? We're fucked. How? Like, you can just start a different business. And it's like this day and age is the only day I could say that and not get prosecuted because, like, yeah, it's not that much money. Like back then, it's like, okay, yeah, you start a business and you lose all this money and you can't open a second one. But now it's like you could start a business online. Like, it's free. Like a YouTube channel could start something and then you could connect it to a service or a product, whatever your passion is. Back then, yeah, it would be expensive, but now you can literally just start again. You could start your whole life tomorrow new. But we've given them our mind, we've given them basically our soul, and we don't want to just start because it seems overwhelming. But it's really not. Like, I could literally tell you guys that it's not that difficult. It might feel difficult when you're in it, but once you literally make the first step, you're gonna be like, oh, it was that easy. And then the next idea, and then next thing you know, you're meeting someone that's doing exactly what you want to do, and you're like, oh, well, this person can help me. But you had to start because, like, God has been giving you the ideas, but he can't give you, like, he can't just give it all to you right away because then you would not learn anything. You have to learn how to start so that you know, so that you're skilled in that thing because you know, like, again, it's free will. He's not just going to give you your dream life because then what would happen? You would take it for granted. But he's going to give you ideas that you can work on, and the next thing you know, 5 years go by and you're exactly where you wanted to be because you took steps to get there. But we're taught that it's hard, so we don't even try, which is so sad. Because I was like, well, why don't I just try for myself? What's the worst that could happen? And here I am. And now we're literally at 300 subscribers, which is awesome. And I know we're going to be at 1,000 in no time, and then 10,000, because it's like the one who succeeds is the one with the vision. And the vision is like way bigger than like videos and views and likes. Like, I know that this is like a space that's going to inspire people to like go explore the planet. And like, that's the type of music I want to make to inspire people. Because like when I grew up, my favorite thing was watching movies that inspired me. And so I was like, I'd love to be in movies. But that didn't really call to me as much as writing songs did. And now I need a white. So I might have to go look in my other paint box for white because I don't have white. It's watercolor. Okay, it's looking good so far. I'm gonna need white, but actually I need it to dry. So I'm gonna do the background. And this will be exciting because we can break out the blues and the greens to do the pond. And then there's some flowers too. And at the end of the day, we're all just looking for something we're good at because we want to fit in. But it's like, they say don't go in search of love, go in search of life, and love will find you. So work on your passions, and you know, the right people will show up. If they want to be in your life, they'll be there. And if they don't, let them go. Because if they didn't see like your skills and your passions, then why don't you see them? Like, obviously all of us didn't have parents, you know, that saw what was in us, that we were good at things. So it's kind of hard. And I am speaking from experience that, yeah, I did have people that believed in me, which made it easier. That's why I'm like, why not just come on here for people that didn't grow up where they had people that believed in them? And, you know, you need someone to believe in you, I think. So why not just show up for yourself, work on what you want to work on, and then in the process, as a upside of that, as a cause and effect of that, you inspire other people. Oh, I thought you guys could see. I'm doing the blues and the greens. They're really pretty. So we're gonna be doing, I love how textured this paint is. It's like fluffy. I'm gonna do a flower meadow. I'm gonna have to make some pink. I'm gonna have to do all the colors and go in with white after because I don't have any white. That looks so cool. Okay. Yeah, so it just looks like dark and just like black. But I'm gonna add in highlights so you could see the texture in his fur. I love brown bears. I don't know if I want to encounter one. I do want to encounter one, and I'd love to like go hug a brown bear, but I know they're like dangerous. Well, I don't know. I'm still learning because I thought black bears were dangerous, but those are like the safe ones. And then I thought grizzly bears were safe, but I think those are the dangerous ones. I don't know. But I've been seeing a lot of deer lately, and I want to like I'd love to like feed the deer in the woods. But if you guys have any wildlife where you live, I don't know. I would like to know. It'd be kind of cool if like you guys have seen any encounters outside your area. Alright, so I don't know if I should be talking or should be talking less, but once I get focused, I kind of get quiet, so. I feel like the music is really quiet. Hopefully it doesn't mute it. I mean, this is copyright free. Okay, so I kind of need white for this. I'm gonna add some of this yellow. Yeah, I like this paint because you can do textures like with acrylic. When you do a second texture, it mixes in, but with this paint it overlays it, so you've got the color behind it and then you've got the color over it. I'm like trying to follow the picture, but it's kind of fun coloring, painting with these colors. So I think I'm just gonna do each layer less and less. So like this I'm gonna do the most, and then I'm gonna layer the blue, and I want it to be darker at the bottom because we're gonna cover that with a bunch of flowers. This is definitely something you would see in Alaska at like the National State Park, which, oh shit, whatever that state park is. I have to put my hair back because I cannot see. There's like a National State Park in Alaska. It's not Yosemite, because I think Yosemite is in California, pretty sure. Also, sorry for the loud noise. I like forget, cause like mostly when I do these, there's no one here. But that state park is where a lot of bears are. But yeah, it's like even if no one shows up and you go to do something, let's say you start a business and no one shows up. It's like I was reading this thing the other day that said, you know, just show up because I don't know. It sounds corny or weird, but like I just feel like God or the universe or whatever is like watching you, like will you show up if no one shows up? Like how bad do you want to inspire people? Cuz like I would do this on my own time, but I don't think I would want to set up the camera. And I used to be like so distressed because I'm like I want to create art, but I want a life without technology and I want to shut off the world. I also need to pay things. So how do I do all of that at once? And it's like you can create, but don't make it about the money, and you can inspire people. So it's like I was always taught that like if you do art, you're gonna be broke or broke artists or whatever. But there's ways that you can make money, and you could set up like shops and sell your art. And then obviously, if you are a musician, you can make money from royalties and commercials. And YouTube pays you without having to sell anything because just people can download your songs for free and get paid. So it's like create things for you, but you're also living in an age where you could get compensated to create more. So then you don't have to worry about like, oh, I hope I have enough money for supplies or to create this next album. Cause like, oh my god, that looks, I see on that end, it does not look good. In real life. So he's like in the water. So this down here is gonna be like, it's a work in progress. So just trust the process. Cause this down here is gonna be him. So I am gonna mix some of the blue into the brown because he's underwater. So it's gonna look red at first, but the painting, like this painting is smaller than the one on there. So I'm just like doing his reflection. So it's just gonna be like shadows, and I'm gonna overlay it with like a dark brown. And then I'm gonna cover it with flowers. That's one thing I've been practicing too, or want to practice more, is reflections in water. Okay, so his arms are kind of like going down, and all this is going to be like these, his arms on the side are going to be highlighted. Like check it out. Let me make sure you guys can see it. also, if anyone is like thinking of getting into art, or just a skill where you just have to focus, it really helps you with tuning out your brain. Like, I was literally just thinking, wow, I haven't really thought any thoughts in like 3 minutes. So it helps you to focus without the use of other things. If you like can't focus, or you have anxiety or ADHD and your brain is like always thinking of the next thing to be sad about or stress about, you can just like paint and you don't have to think about anything. And then when you do think about it, you're more relaxed, so you could probably like problem solve and be like, oh, I didn't think of that before. So it's like therapy. That's why I write music, because like I'll be really, really, really upset about something, and I'll just sit down and write a song about how I feel, and then I'll literally like, I'll feel better from writing, so I'll write better stuff, and then I'll leave all that and I'll go about my day, and then I'll come back to this song the next day and I'm like, wow, that was a dark song. I don't really feel that way anymore. But the only reason that sad feeling was gone was because like I alchemized it. So like you can literally use your pain to fuel your art. So that's another reason why people create, because they're like so tired of just feeling the same way that they're like, well, something's got to change, because nothing changes if nothing changes. And when you start creating art, you find people that also feel, you know, the same way or feel alone, and you realize, oh, I could actually inspire people that have been through the same shit as me, and they don't have to feel so alone. Because a lot of people who make people feel alone, or like they're crazy or weird, they really haven't been through any actual shit. Because no one would try to make someone feel isolated if they actually knew what it felt like to be isolated. So anytime someone's like, I don't know, like they think I'm whatever, because I'm like passionate about something and they're not, it's like, sorry I had to find this in the darkness, because it was the only thing, you know, that helped. And that's like the whole point of why we create, I think. So that we have a place for our feelings and thoughts to like actually do good instead of do harm. And instead of like harming ourselves, or like, it's like you can just put it into creating something that would make someone feel good. And nature is really calming. So it's like the two things that inspire me. It's like creating out of pain, turning it into happy things, because I want to make happy songs. And then nature, because nature is healing and calming. And you only get to that point when you've been through really confusing situations where you're like, I will never understand why this happened or why people are like this. But you don't really have to understand it, because you just know you're not alone, that other people have been through it too. And they're also confused. And then you, instead of being upset the rest of your life, never being able to, never understanding why things happen, you can just create, and then you have something to look at later that makes you feel good. And maybe you won't understand everything, but at least you can enjoy your time here. And hopefully help other people enjoy their time. Because if you're going through something really shitty and you're really confused, well, at least you know you're not alone. Because everyone is going through that shit. And if they say they're not, they're lying. And they're just trying to mask it and seem like they have it all together. But like, we're human. And if we don't actually come together and realize like what's going on, that obviously we're the problem. Because if we're all like on this planet depressed because of other people, and then we like take it out on each other, it's like, yeah, we're the problem. Because we can change. It's not our fault that the world is like this. We don't have to feel bad, but it's like we can change. We can make people feel welcome. Like, I did a stream the other day where people were like really weird in the comments, like hating on each other, and I think hating on me, I guess. But it's like, even if I don't sound the best, even if I'm not the best yet, I'm gonna still come on and create, because when I am better, they're gonna look back and be like, oh, she wasn't really that good. Yeah, because it wasn't like talent that made me want to do it, it was passion. And so even if I suck now, it's like a diary for myself to be like, look how far I've come, to show people that you don't have to be perfect to start. You start because it's fun. And the whole point of life is to have fun and inspire each other. So when you create and inspire someone else, like I follow people that, I mean, they know they can't sing. They're literally like, this is a horrible cover. But I watch them and support them because they're trying and they're showing up and they're practicing. And I used to be the person, I would say to everyone, don't start or don't share anything until you're perfect. It's perfect. Because I grew up with a perfection mindset. So I didn't share things for years because I was like, well, these people said this was bad, this was bad. And it's like, who cares? You have one life. Are you really going to hide away because of other people's opinions and let them live your life? Now you're literally living your life for other people. And then you go and ask them if they're doing what they really want, and they're not. And then you realize, oh, I was listening to someone that didn't even listen to themselves. So then you're like, well, I better start doing this for me before my life is over. And I regret everything. And I just don't want to live with regrets. Because life is shorter than we think it is. And even if we come back in another version, we'll never get this life again. We'll never meet these people again. We'll never have these friends again. We'll never be in this body again. So take pictures of yourself, love yourself, wear what you want to wear. It's not being egotistical to want to savor how you look and how you are, because you're never going to be in this body again. And God gave it to you as a gift. And it's like, exactly how you look is exactly how you're supposed to be in this moment. Because what are you going to do? Go back and change everything that made you this way? And go back and change how you look? And do this and do that to change? When in reality, you could just start today. You could start to eat better. You could start to create. You could start to think better thoughts. It's a choice. And I put a post up about that today, actually, on the thread. I'm going to try to open a community so you guys can comment and share things, but I don't really know how to do that. I mean, I think I know because I did it on another channel, but I don't know how to get people to share their things. Like, I don't want anyone to share. Like, I want to be able to moderate it so that it's like I can verify before things go live. But I want to do that. And I posted a thread about that, how you literally just have to decide who you want to be and then just start to show up. And what's going to happen is the people are going to meet you where you're at. And what you need to find out, you're going to find out. And what you need to hear, you're going to hear. In the moment, because you started. You made the decision to start. Okay, so his nose was too far over to the right. Oh, wow. That's crazy. That just changed the whole painting. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, yeah. So his nose was on the other side. I don't know. We're like so used to seeing celebrities be perfect. And it's like, yeah, they had millions of dollars to look that way and to sound that way. And they've had practice and they've had years of like hours to practice their voice. We don't have that, because if you're like middle class and you had parents that worked and didn't like make a ton of money, then you know that time is like really valuable. Like, you don't just have all the time in the world. And these celebrities do. And we're so envious, or we're like, oh, we don't look like them, or we don't sound like them. And it's like, yeah, of course you don't. You don't have what they have, the skills and the time and the help that they have. So honestly, I support small people more than I would ever support celebrities, because they already have what they need. They already have the support. They already have the money and the resources. So why not support someone that's actually trying, that's doing their best from nothing? And maybe celebrities started from nothing. But if you look back at their old videos, like, they don't sound the way they do now. They don't look the way they do now. They didn't have their glow up. They started like us. So why can't we start like them? And why can't we start even if we don't look the best or sound the best? These people that we worship on TV, that we think are incredible at what they do, they started somewhere. They started with a passion, and they didn't have the money or the resources to create on the scale that they create on now. So if they started out from nothing, then why don't we try? And sharing your art online and your whatever you're working on, it gives you like a sense of, I don't know, like belief in yourself that like you could do it. Because when you find like-minded people, you're like, I don't know, I think when you're offline or you're not showing what you're working on, you're surrounded by the same people every day. And like, if you're like me, you're surrounded by people that were like, they didn't really believe in you. And they're like, oh, well, that's not gonna work out. And it's like, you gotta broaden the people you surround yourself with. Surround yourself with people that believe in you, that have dreams, that have desires. Because if not, you're gonna give up on your dream before you even start. Because the people around you aren't dreamers, and that's fine, good for them. They can live their life doing nothing. But you do need to support your dream before it takes off, because if you kill it before it even starts, then what? You're literally gonna live your life in regret. So getting online can actually find people that are like you. If you start posting and sharing about a topic and people start joining you, then you know you're not alone. So it literally gives you hope to realize you're not crazy just because the people around you were surrounding yourself thought you were crazy. They were obviously the wrong people. If people don't want to even give you the chance or even like try to believe in you, then they obviously don't believe in themselves. And that's really sad. But you don't have to be around those people. Especially when you keep proving to them that you can do it and they still don't believe in you, and they don't give you the time and the support to do the things you want to do, or they're trying to distract you from it or take you away from it with like pointless things, or just dragging you down, making you feel bad about what you're working on, or saying it's not going to work out. Then just keep doing you, keep your head down, keep focused on your passion, and the right people will show up. That's how it works. God will always put you into places where people support you when you choose yourself. When you choose to impress other people, He's just going to wait for you to choose yourself. And then He's finally going to put you in the right rooms with the people that are going to support you. Because you chose yourself. Because you were tired of listening to that you're not good enough. but it all starts with a decision. Okay, this is cool. So I'm getting his eyes right now, and it's really looking more realistic. Also, if you couldn't tell, I'm using yellow instead of white. He looks so cute, but also he looks funny. This is definitely trust the process. But like, this is peaceful. Like, I'm telling you guys, just go to the dollar store, get like a little art set. There was a way to see it more, yeah, like that. Also, let me know if I should change the lo-fi. It's kind of sounding repetitive, but it's relaxing. think we were just at 1111. 70 is 2 hours. Shit, so my phone's gonna die. So I'm gonna have to disconnect my microphone. It might last till the end. Let's try to do this. I need a break from the bear because the colors are just like mixing. So I'm gonna let it dry. It's looking good on my end, honestly. Oh wow, it literally looks like a bear.
One day I want to ace my serve. One day I want to fill my pass.
most of this, and then I'll just finish after the live stream. But let's see how much I can do on the live stream.